Hey, this is 30-06 John here. Hey, today what we're going to be doing is loading up the much sought after 5.56 or 223 ammo. Once again, during the ammo shortage here, everyone's taking up reloading, and I'll show you how to do it. For the rifle today, we'll be shooting the ammo through. It's going to be my Colt M4 carbine. It's a model 6920. On it I have a Leupold VXR Patrol Optic 1.25 to 4 magnification. So the press we're going to be using today is not going to be a single stage press. It's going to be this Lee turret press right here. And this press here, not too expensive. What's good about this, you have 4 different stations for your dies. So it saves a lot of time than a single stage press. And I use it a lot. What's really good is I can switch cartridges really fast. You just pull out this whole tool head here, pop another one in. If you need to, change out your shell holder. And if you need a small or large priming arm, you just change that also. So it works pretty good. For our load data, we're going to be using the Hornady 10th edition manual. They have 2 sections here, one section for 223 Remington, and then they have another section for 556. We're going to be using the data in the 556 NATO section right here. We're going to be shooting 55 grain bullets, and our powder we're using is CFE 223, Hodgdon CFE 223. So according to that, our powder charge could be anywhere between 22.8 to 27.5 grains of powder. We're going to be using 25 grains of powder. Nice mid-range load. Alright, first thing we need to do is lubricate the cases. These are bottleneck cases, 223 brass, 556 brass. So they need some lubrication when they're resized. Once again, I use Hornady One-Shot. Let's give it. Usually, if I'm doing a lot of them, I wouldn't hold them in my hand. I put them out on a large loading block or a towel. Just give them a quick shot. Just let it sit there for a while. Let it sit in the rag. Let the lubricant disperse a little bit. Give it a minute. Then we're ready for sizing. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So you could all see this. I'm going to move the camera over a little bit. See, the dies are set up, and the first die, of course, is the resizing die. So that's the die with the decapping pin stick out of it. So just run it all the way up. The old primer falls out. I have this box underneath. The thing to catch the primers. Run it all the way up, then come down. Now, one thing you want to do, you want to check for, is to make sure that these priming pockets don't have a crimp in it. This one, see if I capture that or not. Might be able to focus. Being stubborn about focusing on it. But you have to make sure there's no crimp on it. So what I use, this right here, this is a Lyman Case Prep Multi-Tool. In it, you just unscrew these little attachments in it. This one right here is a case or a primer pocket reamer. See if I get a close-up of that. It's going to be stubborn. Anyhow, what this reamer does is that when you put it in the primer pocket like this, it cleans out the crimp on it. The crimp can distort your primer. There we go. The crimp can distort your primer and actually cause a dud. Now, if you look at the primary pocket there, you can see a little shiny lip right there. It just removed the crimp. It's sort of important. Get rid of that crimp there. It makes it a lot easier to seat the primers in there. So it's good to do. It's good to do all of those. Let me show that again. You take a prime case, run it up, the powder thrower here, the case pushes a lever, powder goes in, the spring loader returns. Right now the case has powder in it. I'll weigh it just to verify it. 25.5 grains. A little bit high, but it's close enough. It's a mid-range load. Do it again. I'll push down and it will rotate. So now we're just ready to seat the bullet. Okay, so the bullets I'm using today are Hornady 22 caliber, 55 grain full metal jacket bow tail. Standard original 223-556 bullet. So now you just take a bullet, pointy side up, put it on top of the case, run it up, all the way till it seats, and it looks good. Also, you want to verify the overall length. Okay, once you got the bullet seated, take your caliper and your cartridge, make sure fits right there. We're setting these to a length of 2.21 inches, and it's right there. So to start and show the whole process from the beginning, make sure the turret press is set to decapping section first. On the case up, deprimes it, push it down halfway. Take the primer tool, the pocket reamer, ream the primer pocket to get rid of the crimp. Put it back in the shell holder. Put a primer in the primer arm. Seats easy. Rotate it again. You can manually rotate it. Go up. Go down, it rotates. Grab a bullet. Seat it, and you're done. Looks good. We'll shoot these. Looks good. We'll shoot these later on today.
Well,
Yeah, these might be a little bit better.
actually, you know what?
I don't know if they're any warmer though.
Hold on. Put this on. Then do
Those
that.
on? Okay. Yeah, making sure we have the appropriate first. Alright. So I can put them on the right table.
Lefty, lefty. not take pictures, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the first couple of shots, you can practice, sitting down and.
Hey, we're back from the range, and here's a target with those new reloads we did. Shooting them through my Colt M4 carbine. 223 5.56 caliber. Our loads was 55 grain Hornady full metal jacket Bowtail. We're using 25.0 to 25.5 grains of CFE 223. The powder thrower, the lead powder thrower, just varied about half a grain. This is a mid-range load, it's no big deal. Winchester small rifle primers, a cartridge overall length of 2.21. Our cases were mixed. Shot at 100 yards. Group size isn't great, it's probably about 3 inches, but actually my son was shooting them, so I'm sure if I was shooting them it'd be a little bit tighter. But still, it's a good range, plinking, blasting load. So, also another update. I talked about a couple episodes ago how we were gonna. I was working on my 308. I was using IMR 4166 powder. And in my last testing here, somewhere between 43.5 to 44 grains of IMR 4166 gave me some good groups. I just re-verified that today. I actually loaded up a few more using 43.8 grains of IMR 4166 with a 150 grain Sierra Pro Hunter. I cleaned the barrel really good, so my fouling shot, my fouling shot doesn't count. But my next 5 shots made a nice group of 1.25 inches, center to center. So that's a pretty good load. I'll probably use that for hunting. I got plenty of IMR 4166 powder. Seemed to work pretty good, so that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.